What's up everyone, CommandoSanta here and welcome back to Buffalo Valley. So today we are going to be finishing up this big lodge building we've been working on for the past few episodes now, and I have to say I am super satisfied with it. It turned out so good. I didn't expect me to finish it kind of like the way I did, but it just turned out so great. I'm so excited. I'm really excited to be done with it because I've been working on it for a while, but I'm just so excited to show you guys the finishing touches I've already put on it. And I mean, I got so excited I already posted pictures to Twitter and everything, so whoever follows me on Twitter probably already saw the finishing touches and the building in its entirety, but that's besides the point. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, this is going to be the first time you are seeing this. So yeah, let's just get into it right now. I have a little disclaimer. So, when I was recording this episode, I thought I was recording, and come to find out I wasn't. So, I lost didn't really lose, but I just didn't record a good part of this build. So I ended up throwing a little bonus part into this episode, because I started compiling the video, and I'm like, oh crap, I am missing a huge chunk and this video is like super short because of it. So I had to do something a little special and something extra. So this video wasn't only like 10 minutes. So I did something a little special for you guys. That's near the end of this episode. So definitely wait and check that out. I'll tell you guys when we get there anyway. So you already know what it is if you follow me on Twitter. So usual plug, follow me on Twitter at CommandoSantaYT. So, getting into the build we were working on today. Like I said, we're going to finish up this building today, and just kind of finished out the shape I was just kind of thinking about, and I wasn't sure where else to go with it after that. I'm still not sure what we're going to do with it if we do like another building, but I don't know. I have no clue where I'm going after this, except for I know the last episode I pulled you guys for what I should do next in terms of like a roller coaster, and it seems the swinging coaster is the winner for sure, and I am really excited to actually start building that. That might be next, and I actually thought about and planned it out a little bit what I'm going to do with it, and I have a spot already set up for it. Almost. I mean, I know where I'm going to put it, so it's going to be pretty much behind this lodge almost. It's going to be on this mountain, not the mountain with Ishway, but it's going to be on this mountain. So I have a few more things I'm going to have to plan for it, but other than that, I am super excited to start the swinging coaster. I already went in with the new update. As you guys know, with the new update, they added security. Now, one thing I'm kind of miffed about with this whole security thing is if you watch the array of pop-ups coming up about like, hey, a theft happened, or someone's stealing something, oh my gosh. So I went in and I placed probably, 15 security guards, a pile of security cameras all over the park, just to kind of maybe get rid of those, and it didn't seem to really work. I'm not sure if you can get rid of those little pop-ups, but let me guys know if you can get rid of those pop-ups, because they are obnoxious. I mean, I think this security update's fantastic. I think that's a great idea. It's kind of cool. Adds another whole new dynamic to the park, and especially with cameras. And then like being able to work cameras into the scenery that you already have there to make it look like, it kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of cool. You have a camera there, but you kind of try and work the camera into the theme and the scenery you already have. So you don't want it to be super obvious that you just kind of like stuck a camera and nailed it to the side of a wall. But yeah, other than that, I'm kind of annoyed with the whole getting notifications and pop-ups about security issues in the park over and over and over again. I'm at the point where I might just like close the park and just only let people in when I'm doing like cinematic recordings and stuff. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys found that to be an issue or not in the comments below. But so what I'm working on right now is going to be the kind of, I thought maybe this is going to be more of like another sitting area, and that's kind of how it's how it came out to be. Really, it's another little sitting area. And especially with the trusses and everything up with like, it just looks really nice. I know in the front of the building we talked about last episode, it's going to be more of a kind of like a bar overflow area. So you've like your indoor bar probably on the other side of the door there. And then you'll be able to take your drinks outside and kind of look over at the sights and stuff. That's going to be the same thing for this one. So maybe if your room is on this little section on this side of the hotel lodge, you'll be able to stop at this bar and come outside and hang out over here. It's got a little bit more room, but it's got less of the scenic view, except for what we do later. I keep talking about that, and I can't wait to show you. But yeah, what we do later, it gives this side a lot more merit than the front one, in all honesty. I'd rather sit on this back little porch bar area rather than the front one. But yeah, so other than that, we finished up adding the other rooms in the back. As you can see, I just kind of copy and pasted from the front and pasted it to the back because I didn't feel like redoing all those windows and frames and everything. And with the gizmo bug, I found a little workaround with it. Just kind of the way I have it set up. As long as I'm moving something attached to a wall, it looks and works fine because the wall is going to snap where the wall needs to be, and all the scenery just goes with it. So that worked. I'm so happy about that. The gizmo bug just makes me so angry sometimes. Just so angry. Because you go to move something and then it starts moving itself off kilter a little bit, and then you notice after you've placed like 6 objects that you're off by a little bit, and it just gets so frustrating. It did happen to me when I was placing the lights on the balconies in this part that's coming up, and it just frustrates me so much. I don't know why. That's the only thing that I complain about with this game, really. It's just the gizmo bug, which causes like your transformation slide to get off just a little bit, and things start floating when you don't want them to. But other than that, this game is fantastic. Other than that, so yeah. So right now I'm adding lights to all the, just kind of brighten the place up a little bit, make everything look really, really nice. And the building's just coming together. Some of the things that we missed in the part that I sadly forgot to record was a lot of detail sections to the wall. I kind of added like these wood little cross panels. I'm not sure how to explain it really well. You'll be able to see in the screenshots and stuff, but just kind of give accent and a little bit more detail instead of just like these plain white walls where we don't have rooms or anything. And it just kind of finishes up a little bit. And yeah, I ended up pretty much just doing that. This is up on the Steam Workshop as well if you guys wanted to download it and take a look at it, because I can now upload these things to the Steam Workshop because we have a 4,000 part limit or whatever limit, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is the detailing I was talking about earlier, just kind of adding these little wood pieces to the walls and everything. And other than that, it looks fantastic. I'm so happy with how it came out, and there's little parts that like the park's not going to be able to see anyway, but it'll look good in maybe your guys' park and stuff, but that's really all that matters. But yeah, just kind of finishing up, putting windows where I need more windows, details where we need more details. There's nothing really much left to do with this. I ended up kind of adding these little jutting out sections of the stone walls because I thought it looked a little bit nicer, and it kind of broke it up a little bit And it just added like a nice little accent to all the existing walls. Just because I did that before, I think with the bathroom is the first time I started that, like in episode 3 or 4 or whatever, when I made that bathroom and information kiosk, like the front of the park. I had the wall on one plane, and then I had like the wood wall on one plane, and then the stone like half wall on the plane in front of it, and then accent it with wood going around it. It looked really nice, and it broke it up a little bit, and I don't know, it just looked really nice. That's really all that matters, I guess. And another thing I kind of did, which I'm kind of happy I did, is instead of doing the roof section, this is going to be really hard to explain, but instead of doing the roof sections where it's just kind of angled all the way to the end, when it gets to the end, I kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like chamfer it almost at the end or whatever, and it just kind of cuts it off, and it kind of gives more of a rounded feel to the lodge building roof itself, and it's just really great. And I'm happy with how it came out. Like I said before, I'm so happy with how this came out. But now we're going to get into a little bit more detailing aspect, and this is where the new update starts to really shine. With the new update, we have so many new fence pieces that we can, we didn't really have any fences earlier, but now we actually have fences that we can place, and they look great. So on the boardwalk, I just kind of lined the boardwalk with this kind of like fence pieces. So I need to be a little bit higher because, you're going to have people leaning on it and you don't want people jumping into the water. So, and it looks really nice if I put like the lights on it and stuff. I think I ended up, just doing little lamps on it every couple times. Every couple like rungs, I put a lamp, and it was just really nice. And at night, this place looks great, I have to say. I would love to be here at night, in all honesty. It's a fantastic looking place. I really outdid myself. Pat on the back for sure. So we're almost to the point we're going to get into what I did the other place, but I'm just placing a few more things just to kind of like finalize the boardwalk and everything. Benches, garbage cans, a little bit more lighting here and there, and that is pretty much it for that. Now, we have officially transitioned to the rear of the building. I hope, because, the usual issue, I hope I'm still in sync, but I ended up in the back of the building here doing like a very nice garden area. Almost kind of like it's kind of like a royal garden of sorts. So this garden area is definitely going to be like kept up by, groundskeepers, and it's like one of the things where this may be the side with the cheaper rooms because you're not getting like full lake view access, or lake view, I guess, and just lake view in general. But the rear of the building, with the rooms that are going to be on the rear of the building, will also have this, beautiful mountainscape, and then be able to look down in this like courtyard with all these beautiful gardens and everything. And that's going to be fantastic as well, because you got to think about both sections. The front people have a great view, but the back people need a great view as well. Even though they're going to be cheaper rooms, probably they need some better stuff. So I originally started with, it's just going to be like these paths that kind of wind in between each other. It's a small courtyard, but then I kind of had the idea of, how about I do a little pond in the back? And because I saw we had water lilies, and that just immediately screamed pond. So I dug out a pond as much as I could, and then I wish I could get the water higher, but it's okay. But I ended up using the paths that were almost like wooden boardwalks that we just got as well in the new update, which I wish I knew about earlier. So, because that would have looked really good on a normal boardwalk, but I would have to do a little bit of finicky stuff just to get to work. But other than that, I lined the sides of the pond with, the rocks and everything. I'm kind of having the thought that maybe this is like almost like a botanical koi pond of sorts. So you have like all your fish in there, and you can come throw a coin or whatever, walk through it. And at night, this pond is supposed to really shine. where you can come with your significant other and like stand and look over into the water. And I added those blue lights. I forget what they're called. I think they almost look like mushrooms, but underwater, the blue lights look fantastic because they light everything up blue, and it just makes the water look really cool. Yeah, and then I also used a hell of a lot more of the fences and everything, and it just looks really, really nice. All the rocks and everything, I'm just really happy with how this came out. The night shots for this is just fantastic. Everything at night in this courtyard looks amazing. There's some things at night with the park in general that do not look good, but this place in particular, it's almost magical, I have to say. It is completely, I want to say, zen and everything like that, and it's so good. And especially with like the little patches of lily pads and that I place, it just looks great. One of my favorite things that were added, I have to say, are these little like shin high fences. It's these green fences or aqua blue or whatever that I'm placing right now. They are the coolest little things that were ever added to this game. And you know, it just adds so much to it, and I don't even know how to explain it, you know? And it makes me want to like tell the story of how I feel this place should be, you know? Because, you know, with the lodge itself, I kind of talked about this place is going to be, you know, no one's going to really be hanging out here except for, you know, lunch and stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be in the park. But with this place right here, the nightlife in this lodge is going to be pretty bumping, I would think. There's a lot going on that I want around this place, just kind of at night, you know? I think next to it, I'm going to have, you know, a bunch of shops and concessions and stuff. But other than that, like, this is going to be like the place to be. I'm thinking about adding a few more things and just kind of redoing a few parts of this pond. But other than that, what you see right now, it's pretty much what you're going to get. But what I mean is, like, at night, you'll be able to, like, grab a drink from the bar or something and come down to this pond here, and you'll walk around, view this, sit down, view the sights and everything. It's just going to be super tranquil. Maybe they would have added these like little music speakers to do kind of some like ambient music, some ambient sound effects. You're going to have like probably the frogs croaking and stuff, and the occasional fish splash. It's just going to be fantastic. And then you're going to get all the woodland sounds coming from, you know, the forest that's right on the other side of the black fence I placed. It's just going to be fantastic. Like, this is pretty much my kind of place, but other than that, that's pretty much what I got for this episode, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comments for sure. Definitely next episode is either going to be more of this, or I might even start that swinging roller coaster ride. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hit that like button if you liked it. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're really interested in what I've been doing here. Leave a comment if you have anything to comment about, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.